When I submit my proposals, I don't hide my secret. Today, I'm gonna share with you a very powerful strategy that's gonna get you phone calls and it's gonna get you at that negotiating table almost 100% of the time. And if you do it right, you're gonna get the best shot at winning the jobs and you're gonna get the last look so you can be the final say in who gets the job. Now, in my other videos, I talk about this concept of bidding packages. And one of my clients actually coined the term. It was actually a really good name. He calls them super sub packages, or in other words, being a super sub. So this is something that every general contractor and every subcontractor should be doing. In this crazy economy, you need to be diversified. You can't just be doing big, huge GC jobs or big, huge drywall jobs. You have to be diversified. That's the best way that you're gonna get through this recession, and that's the best way you're gonna grow your business. So what I'm gonna show you today is a must for every GC. So if you're a GC, listen up, put the ego to the side. Trust me, you're gonna love it. So one of my clients named Marcelo, he came to us, he joined our estimating and leads program. He's a painting contractor in Massachusetts. We found him a project called Camping World. Although he's a painter, we helped him build up his team. He's gonna do demo, framing, drywall, paint, flooring, like a couple different trades, like an interiors package. So we find him this opportunity to bid a remodel scope, like it's a finishes, an interior finishes scope. There was demo. They were just basically doing like an interior fit up where they're renovating, where they're doing like a medium renovation to this Camping World job. In my proposal, I put my super duper powerful ninja strategy that I call the red letter package discount. So at the top of my proposals, in big, bold, red underlined letters with asterisks, right? Stars, the little stars, we put, if multiple trades are awarded, a significant discount will be provided. So the big idea here is that we're letting them know that we intend on winning this as a package, and we're open to negotiate a package deal if you are. That's basically in a nutshell. We're gonna negotiate the package. So we submit the proposal. I start following up, doing my typical follow-up every 3 weeks. And the estimator starts telling me, hey, we're getting verbal confirmations that we're gonna get the job. We're starting to have job site meetings, things like that. So I switch my follow-up from every 3 weeks to every few days, maybe once a week. Finally, I call and the estimator tells me, hey, we got awarded the contract. The project manager, her name is Lori. And I said, can I have her phone number? He said, yes, here you go. So I call her up and I say, hey, Lori, this is Daniel. I submitted a proposal for the Camping World project. I wanted to make sure you received our most updated proposal and to talk about the numbers with you. So she pulls out my proposal just to verify that she got the right one. And guess what she sees in big, bold red letters? Hey, you put a big note here that says if multiple trades are awarded that you're going to give a discount. What's that discount? And I said, that depends. And then I said, what's your demo number? What's your framing number? What's your drywall number? What's your paint number? And she started giving me all of the budget numbers and all of their low bidders. And she basically, without even realizing it, was giving me all the ammo that I needed to win the job. She was giving her hand away, which is fine because we're in a negotiation and it's good to be transparent. So here's the thing. If these trades are coming in loaded up with a full margin, full profit, full supervision and overhead, their price is super inflated. I'm gonna come in and I'm gonna bid 5 to 6 trades, right? And my potential contract can now possibly be about $200,000, knowing that I don't need to charge 6 sets of overhead, 6 sets of supervision, or even a 30% profit. I actually have a lot of money in supervision that I could cut out because my supervision is overlapping. So rather than having 6 sets of supervision, I only need 1. And secondly, I can easily drop my profit margin from 30% to 20% and still make way more money than everybody else. Doing it like this, I'm gonna make 7 times more money and I'm gonna come in cheaper than everybody else and I'm gonna win the contract. Think about this. This is the way that you're gonna destroy your competitors. Nobody's gonna be able to beat you. So in other words, what we're doing is we're coming in at our full premium rates, right? Our framing and drywall and paint, we're charging full price. But what we're not charging full price is we're not gonna charge a full overhead, we're not charging a full supervision, and we're not charging a full profit margin, right? We're charging a nice, fat, juicy, healthy profit margin, but we're not going like, in order for me to make money on this job, I gotta put 30%. We don't have to do that because our percentage is based on a bigger number. I hope you're following me. Actually, if you don't understand, put it in the comments and I'll make sure I explain it a little bit better. All right, so let's talk about number 1, bidding the package. All right, so let's deconstruct a package. So you're basically doing the same thing that a general contractor is doing, except that he's gonna be responsible for the job before it starts all the way through the certificate of occupancy. And everything is his responsibility. When you're coming in as a super sub, rather than doing 15 trades, you're gonna do like 3 to 5, maybe 6 trades. Now, this is why every GC should be doing this. If you're doing an interiors package, if you're doing a project in general, you already have all your subs. You already have all the people you need. While you're doing all your GC prospecting and getting all those jobs and going out there and meeting architects and doing all the GC stuff, you could be over here on a more volume approach, bidding subcontractor trades. And when you land the job, you're gonna actually be doing the same thing because you're gonna be subcontracting the trades, except instead of your client being the owner, your client's gonna be the general contractor, or in some cases, the construction manager. The thing is that when you're a GC, you tend to be more professional. You tend to be really good at the paperwork, the contract management. You tend to be a little bit more like white collar, right? Business owner type rather than the subs. So you're kind of coming in. It's almost like like you're a major leaguer coming in playing against the varsity guys, right? In high school, where you're gonna beat them every time. Now here's the tendency. A lot of GCs, they want to have the ego like the GC is the boss of the job. And the truth is that you could have that ego and struggle and have challenges and always be stressing out being a GC, or you can do both. We're in an economy that we got to be diversified. So put the ego to the side. I know subcontractors that make way more money than a lot of the GCs I know. So the idea here is that you're going to bid 5 or 6 trades and bid them separately. Now you might be thinking like, how do I get these guys? How do I find them? I don't have a team. Like maybe you're a painter and you don't have framing and drywall crews, or maybe you're a GC and all you've ever done was subcontract to companies. What we're gonna do is we're not gonna hire companies. We're gonna hire the guys that those companies hire. Basically, what you're looking for is these small groups of guys. They could be legal, they could be not legal, undocumented. It doesn't matter. We're not gonna ask questions. We already know how construction is in the United States. What you're gonna do is you're gonna go to job sites. So you're gonna find local job sites. You're gonna drive around, you're gonna go in. You can actually use Dodge. If you guys have a Dodge account, you can go to Dodge or Blue Book and put jobs that are in construction, and the addresses will be there. You drive up there, and what you do is you put on your hard hat, you put on your vest, you walk in like if you're part of the job, walk in looking like a worker, and nobody's gonna ask you questions, and you just ask around. Hey, do you know any drywall guys? Hey, do you know any framers? Hey, do you know any painters? And you start building up your crews, because what you wanna do is you wanna build a Rolodex, a list of people that are in these trades. We want framers, hangers, finishers. We want concrete guys. We want iron workers. We want steel workers. We want all these people. And when you go there, you say, hey, do you know anybody that just drywall? They're not going to pull out their company's card. They're going to be like, oh, on their back pocket, they're going to pull out their card, be like, oh, I do jobs on the side. Oh, do you know anybody else? Oh yeah, my cousin, my brother, right? Everybody knows each other in construction. It's a very small industry. They're going to be able to recommend those guys. So what you want to do is make a list of all the people you need, because you're going to build your team like a Lego. So for example, you're going to win the job estimating the jobs yourself. So you need to become a good estimator, right? And then what's going to happen is then you go build your team after. Okay, I need a demo guy. I need a framer. I need a hanger. And you always want to have multiple of each, because you always want to have a backup. You always want to have a contingency plan, because let's face it, sometimes these guys are not completely reliable. This is the working class. And you're going to be able to negotiate the prices between them. All right, what are your thoughts on that? Put it in the comments below. Are you using subcontractors? Are you using piece workers? Are you using subs, 1099 guys? Tell me what you're doing. Put it in the comments below. All right, so now you submit your price, and you're going to do strategy number 2, which is the red letter package discount statement, or whatever you want to call it. When you submit your price, you're going to separate by trade, and you're going to put in big bold red letters, if multiple trades are awarded, a significant discount will be provided. So make sure it's in bold, make sure it's underlined, make sure you put little stars, like make sure it's all the way at the top, because you want to get noticed. Don't try to be professional like, oh, I gotta be, my proposal has to be Arial, the same font. It can't be, it's not unprofessional. You're literally like bolding out what your intent is here. So now this tactic works almost 100% of the time with new clients. The other day I got into a debate with somebody that they were like, we always negotiate on value. We don't want to be the cheap guy. I disagree with you, Daniel. And I'm like, all right, disagree with me all you want, but this is what's working. What happens is when you come in with a new client, they don't know you. And what is everybody in construction? What is their slogan? I've been in business for 30 years. I have the best quality in Miami, right? Go to everybody's website. That's what they freaking put in their truck. That's what they put in their website. They don't know your value. So come in, negotiate on price, right? Because in the beginning, it's all about price. And later, once you give them the trial job, then you can start talking about escalating your price. You don't always need to be the cheap guy, but this package deal is going to get your foot in the door every single freaking time. So trust me, this works. And if you think this is a powerful strategy, I have like 1,000 more, and I release them in all my videos. So make sure you like and subscribe right now. So it's, I don't know, on the bottom, on the sides here somewhere, click the little like button and subscribe so you can get notified every time we release a video. All right, number 3, follow up consistently. A lot of people, they get busy and they don't follow up. And this is the biggest mistake I see a lot of my clients making. You do the proposal and you don't do the necessary actions to win the job. I want to be very crystal clear here. When I submit a proposal, and this should be your intent too, you're not going to see what happens. Oh, I don't even know if I'm going to win the job. No, you need to submit your proposal with the intent to negotiate that contract all the way through, right? Don't just bid to see if you're going to get a chance at the table. Take it to the table. Like, who goes to the Super Bowl? Listen, we have a chance every single day to go to the Super Bowl. We are in a competition. We are in a game. And what happens is a lot of people are too distracted. Focus on the game. You got 5 jobs going out that you're submitting proposals this month for. Follow them up. Go through, call the client, visit them, do the follow-up, do everything consistently. It's super important. One of the most powerful things that the follow-up is going to do is it's going to allow you to stay in touch with the client so you know what's going on with the project. What happens is if you don't do the follow-up, then your client is going to get your proposals, right? You and your competitors. And when the time comes to award the contract, they already know who they want to use because everybody has their preferred guys. They're going to call their buddy and be like, hey, look, I got a proposal from this other guy. I don't even know who they are. They've called me, a couple times 3 months ago, 4 months ago, but can you beat this price? And they're going to say, yes. Yes. Boom. And guess what? Who's treating it like a transaction? You. So don't get mad when they do. So in order to combat this, what you want to do is just follow up every 3 weeks. And the way you're going to follow up is through phone calls, through visits, through text messages, and through emails. That's it. And you want to alternate them. And when you call them, you're going to say things like, hey, how's the job coming along? Hey, where's our pricing next to our competitors? Now, what happens is if you actually follow my process, you're going to probably be bidding more jobs. It's called a bid sprint. You're going to be bid sprinting for these clients, and you're probably going to have more jobs behind this. So whenever you're doing the follow-ups, you can always say, hey, by the way, how's this other job coming along, right? So you never have to be like annoying, like calling every other day. Just don't do that. Make sure you do it in a smooth way. So how long are you going to do this for? Forever. Well, not forever, but what happens is in commercial construction, there is a long sales cycle. They got to get the permits, they got to get the financing, they have to reduce the price, value engineering, they have to make, figure out things right before the start of construction. So from the proposal all the way through start of construction, there's a lot of stuff that has to align. The stars and the moon have to align, and the solar eclipse. So one of my clients, actually, he's a developer. He's trying to get approved for a high rise that he's building. He's doing a 19-story high rise here in South Florida. He hasn't been able to get approved. One of the challenges was the economy. And then a year later, it was the FAA that the building was 22 stories originally. And they're like, no, it's too high. It's too close to the airport. It's too high. So they had to revise the drawings to lower it. And then when you do that, it reduces the cost of the project, but then it also reduces the profitability of the project. So back and forth. You see, these are all the things that happen. So that job has been in the works for like 6 years. So if anybody's been bidding that job since the beginning, they better be in it for the long run. However, if they get the contract, it's a multi-million dollar contract. So it's worth it. Now, this is easier said than done. I know this video is a little bit long, but it was definitely worth it. And if you're here at the end of this video, it's because you are serious about growing your construction business. We specialize in taking contractors from 0 or from $1 million or from 5 million all the way through $10 million a year. I teach you how to get leads, how to estimate jobs. We even get you leads. We even estimate your jobs for you. So we can teach you how to do that. We have our 8-figure contractor program where I'm going to put it in the link below, where our goal is to take you to $10 million a year. So if you want to learn this strategy and you want one-on-one coaching with me, we have weekly coaching calls with everybody in my group where I'm able to guide, train, and mentor a lot of contractors, from little subcontractors to contractors to the biggest GCs. I want to help you do that. So I'm going to put it in the description below, a link, and I'm going to put a link up here somewhere so you can check it out. And if not, go ahead and watch this next video on the $10 million construction business plan. And I'm here to help you grow your construction business.